puppy to the JWalker. Meet Archie. Archie is a 16-week-old black lab puppy with lots of energy and a lot of personality. First, we're going to open the harness so that there's a hole for the dog's head to go through. You'll notice that Archie exuberantly pushed his head through the harness and ended up with the bottom strap in his mouth. Don't make a big fuss when there's mistakes. Keep presenting the treat at the opening of the harness and allowing the dog to put his head through the hole. We want to do this many times, over and over again, until it's not a big deal and the dog doesn't even notice that the harness is there. Once you have done that, allow the harness to just simply sit on the dog's shoulders for a couple of minutes while continuing to reward the dog. We want the dog to feel the weight of the harness without overreacting. Next, we want to drop some food into the grass or onto the floor and give the dog something to do with their nose. This process is called counter-conditioning. We're pairing the food with perhaps uncomfortable or concerning activity of attaching the harness to the body. If the dog overreacts like you see Archie do here, simply stop what you're doing and allow the dog an opportunity to recover. Keep working on the process, adjusting the harness, not overreacting to the dog's reactions, listen to what the dog is saying, and make sure you have lots of treats. You can use some of their kibble too. Every time the dog overreacts, just simply stop what you're doing, stand still, and try again. Keep redirecting the dog's nose to keeping the nose engaged. We're going to need the dog to be standing up when we do up the harness. If the dog lies down, just take a second. It seems pretty crazy when you're doing it for the first time, just because there might be a lot of wiggling around and a lot of confusion, and you may not be 100% comfortable with the tool yet, and how it all works, how the mechanisms move. But just keep working at it, repetition, take your time. Next, we want to get the dog moving in the harness. So you'll notice that we're just tossing a treat from one side to the next, getting the dog to move around. The harness is on the puppy and it is buckled up, so we just want to give the dog an opportunity to move around a little bit and realize that it's not restricted and it can still have free range of motion even while wearing the JWalker harness. Once you see that your pup is very comfortable wearing gear, still has free range of motion, everything's well fitted, you've done your job, and you can start working on steps 1 and 2 of leash walking.